Gretchen Schneider, and the name of the work is Lake Chabot, Reed, Water, and Wind.
And this is a photograph?
It is a photograph of a mysterious event where the wind was whipping the reeds around and they were mirrored in the water.
And I'm going to guess it was at Lake Chabot.
Yes, it is Lake Chabot, but actually not really. It's a what is the little lake that's just off 24 there?
The Lafayette Reservoir?
It was another lake, but I forgot it because of my age. You know, you kind of forget the name of where it was.
Gotcha. So you were just walking along and this suddenly happened? Is that how it, or did you know it was going to happen?
I was just walking along and it happened. And now I'm anxious because I don't know how to find another equally enchanting vision.
And it was taken digitally, and then you did something with it in post, I assume?
Not really. I have after I printed this, I brought some of the colors up a little more. So it could have been grayer where the water was, or not.
So is this your first time in the Emeryville Art Exhibition?
Second try, first time in it. So I guess I'm moving up in the world of Emeryville.
What did you think when they told you you had gotten a showing in the art exhibition?
What did I think when they told me?
Yeah.
Just like the Nobel Prize, you know, they phoned me up one day and said, well, you're in. And that was exciting.
But it wasn't at 3 o'clock in the morning, though.
No.
What do you think of the art exhibition?
Actually, I think it's pretty great. There's a huge diversity of art and people's ideas about the world. It gives me ideas for next year. Bigger, better.
Do you work in Emeryville? Are you a photographer full-time?
I do many arts, but no, I don't. I'm, shall we say, retired, but not in the art aspect of it.
Gotcha. You live in Emeryville?
I live in Emeryville.
All right, well, nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Lenore McDonald, and the name of the picture is called Daddy's Girl 1953.
Okay, so what is this based on?
This is based on an old photograph in an album, and the fact that I decided to revisit my life in memories, but also to be a portrait painter. But I based it on a photograph, which I changed a lot.
So I'm going to guess you're the girl in the photograph.
I am Daddy's girl.
And that's your dad?
That's my dad, who is no longer alive.
So how was this done?
This is done in oil, and it's on a panel, a wood panel. And basically there's a lot of feeling in it from me, but I hope other people feel it too. And I don't copy the photograph per se. I get the feeling of the faces from it, but in the photograph I was standing kind of out here, but I moved myself closer to my father than I might have been in that time of my life. So I made him.
So would you have liked to have been closer to him in life?
I think I was in a way, especially when I was younger, but the 50s were a little different than now between fathers and daughters.
Got it, yes.
And I tell my age by putting the date down, which is a little embarrassing.
Well, that's okay. So is this your first time in the Emeryville Art Exhibition?
No, I was in it for about a long time, and then I had a little hiatus. They didn't select me, and then my feelings were hurt, so I didn't apply for a couple of years, but I used to do big abstracts, and this is it helped me. Failure is good. I showed lots of other things, but then I decided it's time to make a change and not to paint the same kind of picture.
Dale Johnson, and this title, of course I just made it up, but it's called Industrialization before and after. And so it's kind of a memory thing. And that's kind of what I've been doing for a couple years now, where you superimpose a memory over another scene. And that's kind of what that is.
So it looks like it's two pieces, but if you put it together, would they be one?
Yes, right. So when you see the picture actually on the website, you see them pushed together. Then it was kind of painted that way with both of them together.
Why did you separate them into two?
Well, I separated it so that if somebody wanted to buy it, they could buy one individually or the other one, or buy them together. So that's kind of the way I did it.
How practical.
Yes.
So is this oil painting or acrylic? It looks like?
It's actually acrylic. Yeah, acrylic on canvas.
And it seems like the color motif is mostly like greens and kind of light browns and.
Yeah, it's kind of got the earth tone things and complementary colors.
Yeah.
So.
But you weren't doing this from any subject. You were just conjuring this from your mind.
Yeah, I never start with any subject in mind. It's all put some color on the canvas and then see what happens, and then take it from there.
So is this your first time in the art exhibition?
This is actually my 17th time in the exhibition. So I think I started in '94 or something like that. Most of my pieces are very large, but what I found is that they tend to like the small ones for these particular exhibits. So
Takes up less wall space.
That's it, yes.
What do you think about the Emeryville Art Exhibition? Do you like it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a great thing. It's a great community event. You just see people volunteering and everything else. My wife and I volunteer here to do gallery sitting. It's great.
Are you an artist in the community, or is it a side?
Well, I have a studio in Emeryville, and we actually live in Emeryville too.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
My name is Melinda Gray, and my art piece is A Tree of Life.
The Tree of Life.
The Tree of Life, yeah.
And what media is this constructed out of?
Well, it's a mixed media mosaic, and it's using a lot of glass and found objects. I tend to work more sculptural with my mosaics.
Okay. Great. That's how long did this take you to create?
It took me about 2 years, but that's not including the time it took me to do the head, which was about 100 hours. I took a mold of my younger brother's face and cast it in glass and hand polished it.
Oh, that's very good. And he agreed to be part of your work?
Yes, he did, and I'm excited for him to see the piece. He hasn't seen it in person yet, just a photograph.
So you're pretty young, aren't you?
I am. I'm 23. I graduated from art school a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Are you a working artist, or do you do it on the side? Is it a mix?
I'm definitely a working artist. I'm a stained glass teacher, and I teach mosaics and fusion, and I also make art and sell my art. Yeah.
Do you work here in Emeryville?
Yeah, I work here in Emeryville. I work for Kathy Getty Jewelry Company. She does all beads, so I get a lot of the gems for my artwork through her, which is great.
How do you affix the mosaic together?
Actually, there's about 4 or 5 different kinds of adhesives in this piece. It depends on what I'm gluing down. So each material has a better glue to use. So depending on what I'm gluing, it's a different adhesive.
Were you trying to say anything in particular or make a particular point from this?
Well, it's a tree of life, and for me, it was about bringing a child's mind to adults and giving more of like the relationship between the two is playing on imagination of adults and bringing it to a child's level, but obviously it's more refined, more kind of mixing the two elements between adult and children.
Is this kind of like the hair up here or the head?
Like the branches? Yeah. Yeah, kind of like the hair. The branches is the hair, I guess. Yeah. I do some other work using my face, and then it's a lot about hair. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this your first year in the show?
It is my first year in the Emeryville show, and hopefully it's not my last. I'm excited about it.
What do you like the Emeryville Art Exhibition?
Yeah, the process was great, and just the show I think is a really great show, and I'm really excited that I'm a part of it.
Well, hopefully you'll be here for years to come. You've got great work.
Thank you.
My name's Tony DiMartile, and these are iPhone portraits that I do on my phone.
So how does it work? You take a picture with the iPhone, and then what happens?
Yeah, so I take 3 renditions of the subject, usually a straight-on, something that's ethereal looking up, and something that involves hands. And then I make different composites and montages in different apps on my iPhone.
What apps in particular are you using to obtain these effects?
I start out in Juxtaposer, and you can sandwich images on top of one another. And then I usually bring it to Paint FX and then Repix.
Then they're printed out in some way, or at least these ones are.
Yeah, these ones are. What I'm doing tonight is sending everybody a digital file so that they can do what they want with it. That way all the proceeds go directly to the Emeryville Celebration of the Arts.
Gotcha. So how long have you been doing this? Can't be like 30 years, because there were no...
I just started recently, probably the last couple years.
Are you an artist otherwise?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've studied photography in school. I'm a hairdresser, full-time, 25 years. I own a salon and spa in Bay Street.
Oh, okay.
So we're at Veda. So this is my side thing that soothes and feeds my soul.
Gotcha. Is that your connection to the Emeryville? Do you live in Emeryville, or do you just work?
Yeah, I work in Emeryville. So last year they had the art show right on the corner cap in Bay Street, and it was right next to the salon. So I popped over there, and they're like, hey, if you work here, you can actually maybe be part of the show. And I was like, oh, I want to try it this time. And so I wanted to do a fundraiser. I did the similar thing for our business, for our Earth Month campaign, and we raised over $6,000 with that. So I said, hey, why don't we try something similar for you guys, see how it rolls? And yeah.
How do people react when they see themselves in these?
That's a great question. Most people are like, is that really how you see me? I look really freakish. And, the more artist sentiment that the person is, there's a lot more flexibility for how they view themselves. If most people in general that are like, just no, that's weird.
Well, I would hope if they agree to do it, they're prepared for,
I think, at that point they usually are. They're like, okay.
All right, Tony, well, thank you. Good luck with it. Looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.